The Ballad of Fisher's Boarding House by Rudyard Kipling. That night when through the mooring chains the wittied corpse rolled free to blunder down by garden reach, and wrought at kedgeree the tale, the Hewley told the shoal, the lean shoal told to me. Tea was full to Fisher's boarding house where sailormen reside, and there were men of all the ports from Mississippi to Clyde, and regally they spat and smoked, and fearsomely they lied. They lied about the purple sea that gave them scanty bread, they lied about the earth beneath the heavens overhead, for they had looked too often on black rum, when that was red. They told their tales of wreck and wrong of shame, and lust and fraud they backed their toughest statements with the brimstone of the Lord, and crackling oaths went to and fro across the fist-banged board. And there was Hans, the blue-eyed Dane, bull-throated bare of arm, who carried on his hairy chest the maid Altruda's charm, the little silver crucifix that keeps a man from harm. And there was Jake, without the ears, and Pamba the Malay, and Carboy Gin the Guinea cook, and Luz from Vigo Bay, and Honest Jack, who sold them slops and harvested their pay. And there was Salem Hardiker, a lean Bostonian, he Russ German, English, half-breed, Finn, Yank, Dane, and Portuguese. At Fulta Fisher's boarding house, they rested from the sea. Now Anne of Austria shared their drinks. Kalinga knew her fame from Tarnow in Galicia to Juan Bazar. She came to eat the bread of infamy, and take the wage of shame. She held a dozen men to heal, rich spoil of war was hers in hose, and gown, and ring and chain from 20 mariners, and by port law that weak men called her Salem Hardikers. But seamen learnt what landsmen know, that neither gifts nor gain can hold a winking light, O love, or fancy's flight restrain, when Anne of Austria rolled her eyes on Hans the blue-eyed Dane. Since life is strife, and strife means knife from Hara to the bay, and he may die before the dawn, who liquored out the day in Fulta Fisher's boarding house, we woo while yet we may. But cold was Hans, the blue-eyed Dane, bull-throated bare of arm and laughter, shook the chest beneath the maid Altruda's charm, the little silver crucifix that keeps a man from harm. You speak to Salem Hardiker, you was his girl I know. I ship mineselfs tomorrow sea und, round the Skaw we go south down the Cadaghet, by H. Jelm to Besser in Saro. When love rejected turns, to hate all ill betide the man. You speak to Salem Hardiker, she spoke as woman can. A scream, a sob, he called Menames, and then the fray began. An oath from Salem Hardiker, a shriek upon the stairs, a dance of shadows on the wall, a knife thrust unawares, and hands came down as cattle drop across the broken chairs. In Anne of Austria's trembling hands the weary head fell low. I ship mineselfs tomorrow straight for Besser in Saro, and there Altruda comes to me at Easter, and I go south down the Cadaghet. What's here? There ere no lightstow guide, the mutter ceased, the spirit passed, and Anne of Austria cried in Fulta Fisher's boarding house, when Hans the mighty died. Thus slew they Hans, the blue-eyed Dane, bull-throated bare of arm, but Anne of Austria looted first the maid Altruda's charm, the little silver crucifix that keeps a man from harm.